Hello guys, today I would like to tell you how to use assigning the environment in details. Let's go into File, Input, and then I'm going to input a thesis. Hit Input button, and waiting for a while. My computer is a little bit slow. So you can see here the thesis is vertically towards the top. It's not what we want to have. So let's just right click and move models, and by hitting the shift buttons rotate the rod circulars. Let's rotate these theses to your horizontal positions and hit the add ones and snaps to the ground directly. Okay, hit the OK. So next, I'm gonna give this thesis a basic materials by using materials libraries. Let's go into metal. Let's see, gives the metal a brushed 90 degree to the metal parts. In here, I'm gonna click on link materials, so you would give this handle a different materials, right? So before change the materials of these handles, right click this metal parts of thesis added materials. Actually, I would like to rotate these texture directions of this metal, but in here I didn't find how to adjust the angle, so let's choose another one. So this is probably the vertical textures in here. That is what I want. Or we could directly give a gloss aluminum instead. Is by right click edit materials, I can basically write a little bit rough to this metal piece as well, to make it looks more real feeling. Okay, so let's change the materials part of this handles by choose a pens. Maybe I would like to give to black handles here. So black handles here. Okay, hates yes, because we wanna change the materials at the same time if I give one of them a materials. My scene already inputted thesis. So let's go into the environment. Let's drag a new scene in here. So you will see a basic light sighting of this environment. If I go into sighting, I can handily move this light to whatever you want to adjust the light positions, right? And also some brightness contract I told you before. And if I go into a and also if you hit the control. Okay, so let's go into Hdri Editor. So in here, it's gonna basic show this environment, how many lights in here, how many types of lights in here. So let's unlock this rectangle to enable this. If you enable rectangle pin, you will see the rectangle light is gonna be closed. If you enable round pin, you will see round pin enable. And if you open the rectangle, it can make by a two kind of light. One is floor reflection, one is floor reflection two. You could just choose to close one of them, one of another, or both of them, right? So let's go back. Okay, so if I move my mouse to these added pins, let's click it. It's gonna automatically add a pins 12 to the rectangle pins. If I just hit my control and use my left mouse button to hit it this area, I can automatically edit new pins by holding the control and plus where I want. You could see this has become more brighter than before. So I could also choose to disable them. So in here, if I just enable the pin 14, you could see currently this light is circular. And I could just change to rectangle shape. It's going to become a rectangle lights in here. We could also disable the side lights on the back pins if we didn't want to edit this kind of light. Here has a half. If I just check this light has become a half light, right? I could also change the size in here. Drag this to become more light. The light has become more bigger. If I drag the size, it become more small. If it's small, this has become more darker. If I just drag to the right, it's become a more brighter than before. That has a color options. If I just choose a kind of light, I give it blue light. You could see a blue light reflections on this metal piece to make it these parts a little bit blue than before, right? So you could also say here the light has become blue light. You could adjust the brightness of here, change the numbers of brightness. You could also directly tap the numbers what you want in here. So there's a blend modes. Default is ads. You could choose to blend, could choose to alpha, or you could choose to screen. Whatever you want. There's a small difference between these options. You could just add just by yourself to see what effect you want to get. So if I change the round pin and hit it the add pin, you could also directly add the pins on 15. And so if I just hold control and on your left mouse, I could also add a new lot in here, pin 6 and pin 7 to a round pin folders, right? In here is adjustment. See, this is all the data is belongs this slide. So currently I'm just add this the data of this slide, right? If I want to change another light, it's just go into here, so choose one of them. See if I just want to change this light, it's going to change the data of this light. Okay, so here's adjustment, the angles. It could change the angles to change the light shape, and also rounded corners. Let's give this to 5. Let's drag this to a more round corner. You can see a subtle difference. Changes the shape is on here, but it's not too obviously. The fall off, we could just adjust it. It's gonna blur it on the edge of the slide. This has a fall off mode. Default is from edge. We could also choose to rectangles, linear. You could see changes on the images environment showing on the scenario. Quadratic. This one or circular. So a little bit different. If we hit the screenshot hotkey here, it's gonna automatically save the screenshot to the position you set before. Here's the transform. If you drag this one, It's also gonna transform the slides of this data a little bit different. Also, here's added gradient pens. If I change to this, and in here has a color, right? And I could choose the gradient colors by what I want. So if I just change to a blue color, okay. And these I'm gonna change to a yellow colors by but I'm gonna change to opacity is 1 to make it solid colors. So you're gonna see this lighting here has become a gradient colors. If I just for example, I choose this and disable this, and choose this, disable it, choose this, disable it, choose this, disable, choose this, disabled. I just keep choose this and disabled. So I just keep this lighting here. Um, I can also drag the saturations positions between a right color and green colors. Stop locations, I can enter numbers, right? I can drag this to add it. The brightness, I could make it more brighter. Situations, change to the situations. And at this moment, if I just click a sighting, go back to the sighting and change to a white, click OK, you're gonna see this kind of very subtle light changes here. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to sighting and change the brightness or darker brightness. And HDIR. To change the size of the slide to bigger. Okay. If I change to rotate, you will say this changes, the color changes in here, right? It's a little bit different. So let's make it more obviously. So changes to a purple colors here. Okay, and blend mode, like a blender, it's gonna change to a different outlook. So let's keep it added. You could also adjust for off modes to a from the edge. If I go into a sighting and change to light environment, If I zoom out, you could see this light. It's very colorful light. And going to these scissors. Okay, let's change it to color again. Okay, if I change to here, you could obviously see this color changes reflections, green and colors reflection on the surface from blue to a purple. Okay, let's go into the sighting. Let's give it to a ground reflections, floating, occultation, ground shadows, and let's create it a geometry plane. And go into the materials libraries. Let's go into a this part. Okay. Oh. Or if I just go into a metal, just trying to give it metal reflections. You're gonna see more obviously. If I just give to a different colors, but I'm left double click, let's give it anodizing to it. It's a little bit weird. Drag this to it. It's gonna show a little bit differences, right? Let's go into the same environment settings. So give it more brightness of it. Now it's 2 exposures of light. Okay. Maybe I just go back to give it chrome by editing roughly. Okay, maybe this is what we want. Okay, let's see you in next lessons.